if you want to feel what it's like to use the ground, you need to use some resistance to feel the movements that are going to use the ground for the push-off. We need to load the system. So in tonight's video, you're going to need a TheraBand, and for safety purposes, make sure that you're going to attach it to something secure, so it's not going to snap back at you. We can't be responsible for any injuries that occur, because there is a danger element to this. But the effects on your golf swing could be quite dramatic. What I'm going to do is take this belt. Now, you could just use your normal belt loop on your trousers or shorts. Take a TheraBand, attach it to something secure, okay? And then attach it to the belt loop. Or here, I've got the GRF Stretch Reflex kit, which is now going to enable me to feel the force I need to create to oppose the direction of travel of the club. If I want to accelerate the golf club this way with as much speed as possible, I've got to create not only the power, but I've got to create a force in the opposite direction. I've got to counteract that motion to allow it to go, and also do it in a stable manner. So the body's going to maintain dynamic balance whilst letting go, keeping control over that release point, ensuring that release pattern's functional. Because we want to be striking this driver on the up with maximum speed, we've got to be falling back, pushing ourselves back against the pulling force of the golf club. And this is going to help us do it. Now, I've positioned myself relative to that anchor point at 10:30, 12 o'clock facing you. This bungee cord is at 10:30 on a clock face for a right-hander. Obviously 1:30 for the left-handers. What I'm going to do now is just make sure I've got some clearance. And I'm just going to make a few swings. Now notice how I'm allowing the bungee cord to pull me, and then I'm going to push off against it. So just feeling this motion, the wrecking ball action, if you've watched lots of the channel, moving through the 1, 2, 3, 4 phases of the swing. Again, you're going to recognize these motions from videos on the channel. Straight away here, we've got the 1 and the 2. And now I'm going to let the band pull me into 3 as I'm still rotating back. And I can feel myself load the foot down the medial aspect here, this medial border. I can really feel it on the inside. This is going to allow me now to push off directly against the pull of this bungee cord. So I'm going to push off in the direction of 10:30. My lead hip is going to stretch that band, but I'm not doing it by just twisting. Twisting your hips just to rotate the pelvis isn't using the ground. I've got to use the push off of the lead toe, which is going to extend the ankle, the knee, the hip, and it's going to rotate. It's going to push my hip back and rotate the pelvis. So it's a 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we've got that natural push off against the bungee cord. This is the direction we need to push to ensure the golf club releases freely. But we've got to be prepared to let it go. You've got to take the brakes off, let the arms release the swing weight. Because ultimately, that's what we're opposing, the swing weight. And then it's going to come back at you at speed, so the body's got to be stable to handle that momentum. And that's why this direction's so important. Not only are we creating that centripetal force, but we're also opposing it to stabilise the system. So this momentum that we're creating and sequencing through the body is at all times stable. We don't need to try and stay stable. You can see I'm not moving around, although I'm giving my body full license to move. The affordance we've got for movement is often much greater than the license we give ourselves to use it. But once you start to apply these external forces and you've got to work against them, your body's going to start reacting naturally. And you're just going to let the golf club freewheel, and you're going to experience moves you've probably never felt before. But you've got to continue to do this. You've got to reinforce these habits, reinforce these feelings, so it becomes trusted. you can trust it, not only on the practice ground, but on the golf course. Don't be too concerned where the ball's going at first. Allow yourself to explore, get the speed, and then start to recognise the face and path. But first we've got to use the ground to get speed, and this is how you're going to experience it. We all feel these actions in different ways. What we've got to find is what truly resonates with us. And the moment you start feeling this pull on the body, with this exercise, you're going to feel exactly what you have to do to push off. And that's the move you need in your golf swing to release that club for that extra power. And it's all by opposing the pulling force of the golf club with the ground reaction force. So drop your comments below. I'm looking forward to hearing about how it's ramping up your speeds, increasing the distance and lowering your scores. Have fun with it, guys, and see you soon from sunny Utah.